Guys, Brian back over here with a Zilliqa update. Alright, you can see what happened here, especially after this big Binance thing ended up coming out here. Okay, we were following this support line the whole way up here. Alright, this is on the daily chart, but right over here is where the damage happened. Okay, we lost that support, came through here, then we ended up losing that. Now we're down at this bottom range. Alright, now we do have some positive things going for us here. Alright, I'm going to show you in a second. Do I believe we've reached a bottom in here? Let me take a measurement here because I didn't do this before the video, just to see if an ABC came in here. Okay, that could have very well happened here. Let's take a look. Alright, I don't see anything there. No. Alright, no, this was just a breakdown. Okay, there's no ABC in here unless this was a sideways ABC, which could have been, if we take a measurement here, the A and the C wave would have been the same length. Let's see. No, don't look like it. So just a breakdown here. We ended up having the daily RSI coming down and correcting down here. You can see right down here that thing fell, and that obviously helped bring that price down right there. Now some things we do have going good for us here. Alright, I'm going to dig in here in a second and show you a couple things. Alright, I want to show you the crypto bubbles. First of all, this is the stuff on the daily chart. Alright, you can see some green out there popping up. Here's the weekly. Alright, taking a pretty good beating this week. If you look through there, a lot of sand down 25%, Ape 21, Cardano 20.9. There's some big losses there, right? It just kind of took a beating out there. The only thing out there positive, Cospa. All right, and I cover that. I cover that coin a lot, actually. I love Cospa. It looks like it could be breaking out right now. So other than that, not a whole lot. XRP 4.2%. Not much green out there for the week. Alright, now let's get back to these charts. I want to show you a couple things here real quick. Then we're going to get back to Zilliqa here. First off is obviously Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance has broken out. You can see that it broke this wedge right to the upside there. Okay, now the measured move on this thing, if it completes it, you're looking at take the measurement, the width of the wedge, put it on top here, right around what do we got here, 50, right around 50.5%. Okay, so obviously the higher that thing goes, it's going to bleed the altcoins out. All right, which ones, it's hard to tell. Maybe all of them. Okay, so that's one thing we're going to have to keep an eye on, is that Bitcoin dominance. Be nice to see that thing start collapsing again. We got the daily RSI on it right at the top here. You can see that's right at the top. So last time that corrected, you can see this big fall right here. So this thing could end up coming down some, but if it follows the width of that wedge, it could go up to 50.5% first before it starts breaking down here. Okay, Bitcoin itself, Bitcoin is still in that falling wedge. It's on this chart right here. You can see that wedge is we still got that falling wedge. Now the measured move for the breakout to the upside is right around 31,000. If this thing does break to the downside, which obviously we're hoping it doesn't, the measured move for that is around 21.6. Okay, so usually these things break to the upside, and that's what we're counting on. Alright, usually 7 to 8 out of 10 times, 75 to 80% of the time, these things break to the upside. Of course, you have, you got your other 20% of the time that they do break down. Okay, the DXY, we've been keeping an eye on that thing every day. That thing has hit resistance here at that 786 Fibonacci level. You can see it right there. Alright, we do got that daily RSI correcting down there. It's almost at the bottom, but the weekly RSI on this thing is pretty tapped out. Alright, it's bearish. It's at an 84 and an 88. Alright, we got the Dow Jones trying to break out. You can see here it's trying to break out of that wedge, which would be super bullish for the whole market. And we also got the S&P 500 is trying to break out here. It has set a higher high. All right, it took out this high right here. Just barely got a higher high, but you can see it there. It just got higher than that high there. So we have got a higher high on that thing. The weekly RSI though, them things to keep an eye on, that's getting pretty high. The daily RSI is also getting pretty high. So let's get back to Zilliqa here and get a look at this coin. Alright, that's the chart I want. Now you can see this down sloping resistance on this thing. Number one, when this thing did break down, okay, you can see here we had the breakdown, alright, then we had the retest, and then it broke down below that, okay, then we had to retest here. Now that thing has broken down here. It has not come back up here to retest this now as resistance yet. So is that going to happen? Are we going to get that bounce back up here? Alright, now let's look at a couple things that could be pointing that way. Number one, look at this daily RSI on this thing right at the bottom. Okay, we also got the weekly RSI right at the bottom. Okay, so if this thing's going to make a move, this is definitely the time to do it. Alright, now if this thing runs up here, you know, okay, you don't want to see it come up here, get rejected, and come back down through here. Okay, we want to obviously see this thing come right up through here, break out of here, retest it now then as support, and then head up out of here. Okay, that's what we hope is going to happen, and that's what we're watching for. This daily and this weekly RSI should give us a run. Okay, not financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor. Anything can happen in this market. If Bitcoin loses that wedge, all of these coins are going to tank. Okay, but if Bitcoin breaks out of the top of the wedge, this scenario could very much come in play. So your number one thing is to watch Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin gets that breakout, go long. Okay, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. And please hit the like and subscribe before I forget to ask. I would appreciate that so very much, guys. I have a great group, and we would love to have you with us, so please do that. But if Bitcoin breaks to the downside, you know, if you use any kind of leverage or anything like that, if you've never used it before, please don't mess with it. Do your study and your research before you do. There's a link in the video description for KuCoin if you're interested in that. But I trade this market both ways, up and down. If Bitcoin breaks down from that wedge, I'm going short on everything. But if it breaks up, you know, okay, then this move here looks like it could very much be in play. Alright, so when you start getting towards this resistance down here, alright, if this thing starts moving, just watch that. Okay, be very careful at that point. Alright, just make sure, like I said, make sure that this thing, you know, if you're in this trade or anything like that, make sure when you get there that it don't roll over and head down. Watch Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin's going to tell us the whole story of everything. So alright guys, thank you so very much, and please hit the like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you so very soon. Have a great night.